Why am I taking the same course that already took 5 years ago? Hi there, I'm Janine. I'm an artist and I take my creative journey on this channel. And usually you see my painting process on here, but I have been in a little bit of a slump lately. I've really been wanting to paint. Thinking about CVP has really motivated me. I want to paint again now. For the longest time, I said I would never create a painting course just because I had already taken what I thought was the best painting course. I obviously then went and did composition for intuitive abstracts and some other smaller courses, but they are more specific and condensed and on a particular topic, whereas the course that I'm talking about is much more comprehensive and it's everything in one. So I'm talking about CVP, which is short for the Creative Visionary Program. It's by Nicholas Wilton, and if you've been watching me for a while, you probably have heard me talk about it already. It just transformed my art practice in such an incredible way. I'm going to show you some before and after of before I took the course and after I took the course. And that was 5 years ago. I took CVP in early 2021 and it's now 2026. And I learned so much. And since then, my process has evolved from that. But this year, I want to take it again. I'll go into a little bit more detail why later on. I think first, I want to show you what my work looked like before I did CVP. If I scroll all the way back on my Instagram account to the olden days from 5 years ago, I can show you. So I've scrolled all the way back now to 2021. And this is the first post I did on something that was during CVP. It was a panel in progress that I really loved and I do still now. And I used to love things that I hadn't really before, I think. But if we go before that, I did a lot of these A6 small paintings, which are nice. And you can already see a lot of things that would then make sense to me in CVP because obviously I have a design background. I studied fashion design. I worked in interior design and did a lot of graphic design in those fields as well. So I had a lot of the design principle basics already, but they weren't that clear to me, like composition and the importance of value and obviously color theory and things like that. So I kind of did them subconsciously already. Like here, you can see I have a large dark shape here and then some smaller shapes, and it's all quite monochrome in the color palette. So it already sort of works, but I couldn't do it reliably. So I made paintings and either they worked or they didn't. And that was because I didn't know why they worked, whereas in CVP, I learned to see what works and what doesn't and why, which I think was the main takeaway from it. Another takeaway actually being taking risks and experimenting and not being afraid to mess things up. So here's some more that I did, which are quite nice actually. I do like them. But again, like this one's not as successful and I wouldn't know why it's not successful, whereas now I know it's because of the values. And also these, really lovely actually, but there's definitely room for improvement. So I had a lot of skills already, but as I said, I didn't really know how to use them properly. And I was just experimenting. I did a lot of like this on, this was on raw canvas, but I found it really tricky on raw canvas because I couldn't really go lighter once I made it dark. So in CVP, you also work a lot with layering, which helps to fix things that you sort of messed up maybe, or that just in the process don't work as well anymore. So that didn't really work with raw canvas. So I really learned to enjoy working with layers during CVP. This is another one from before. I loved this before CVP. I still like it. It's quite simple. I probably would want to add more to that now. But in terms of composition, for example, it's already not bad. And you might look at this and think, these are already great paintings. Not to toot my own horn. Why was CVP so transformative? And as I said, I'll show you actually. It'll be easier if I show you. So I said this was the first one I showed. And First, I used a limited color palette here, which is really helpful. Restrictions in your work are so helpful, like limiting your colors, for example, limiting your tools. This is another shot from the series I did during CVP. What I really liked about CVP was also that, one, you did lots of exercises, but also you worked on a series alongside. So it's very intense. You do a lot of painting for a long time. It's, I don't know how long it is now, but at the time it was 12 weeks. I did so much painting, and the more you paint, the more you practice, obviously the better you will get. It's not just it's really about quantity rather than quality. And you do get to do that in CVP. And you paint a series. First of all, it's on boards, so it feels a bit more special, but also they give you the tools to not feel too precious about those boards, because what can often happen when you use better or more expensive materials, you don't want to waste them. You don't want to mess them up. But CVP was really good in showing me to not be that careful about it and show me why it was important to let go and to waste materials, because somebody actually on the course said the only material wasted, the only paint wasted is the paint that's still left in your tube. I think we can all relate to that we've got tubes of old paint sitting around that we haven't used, whereas we always want to squeeze out just the tiniest bit to use, and it actually helps you to use more paint. That's another really good tip I learned from CVP. This is also from CVP, a panel I worked on. I can't remember how many panels I worked on. I think it was 8 panels. They're all 30 by 30 centimeters, roughly. 12 by 12 inches, for my American friends. And yeah, it's just lots and lots of layers. I think I took a lot of videos of the different layers, and I also photographed the layers in between. So this is another layer. These are all work in progress panels from CVP, which looked nothing like this in the end. I think is this a finished one? This might be the finished one already. I really love that. This was also from CVP. I also learned a lot of different techniques using different tools that I hadn't thought about using before, like this trowel, for example. I wouldn't have thought to use a trowel in painting before, but it's just so much information, and you can take what you want, take what helps you, but also it gives you kind of the room to explore those things and almost permission to experiment and try all different things. Whereas if I'd probably just seen it in a post somewhere online, I might have tried it, I might have not, but because the environment is so intense and everybody's doing it at the same time, you really want to experiment. You really want to try all the things that they show you, and it helps you refine your preferences. What do you enjoy using? What don't you? So the more you try, the more you know what you like and what you don't like. And just the whole community spirit of knowing that there's so many, I don't know how many people that take CVP every year, but it's a lot of people. Knowing that everybody does it at the same time kind of gives you that momentum. You want to keep going, you want to keep trying. And also there's so many opportunities to ask questions every week. There's so many videos to watch and find new techniques, learn new skills, learn about the design principles, and even beyond that, and how it relates to your life as well. How making the art and getting freer with your art also impacts actually getting freer in your life, which sounds a bit strange, but it does actually work. And I find that I've gotten so much more relaxed in my own life as I was getting more relaxed with my painting style. So that I found also a really interesting point. If you like this video, consider subscribing. All that to say, I loved CVP when I did it at the time. It was so transformative, but then obviously I went on, implemented the things that I took from it that I enjoyed, put those into my practice, and then obviously over 5 years, my style evolved, my practice evolved. I still have a lot of those elements that I learned from CVP in my practice today. And then other things I've moved on from. Maybe if I show you a little bit more, I can probably show you the finished series. Is that here? Yeah, so this is the finished series that I did in CVP. I still love that to date. I still have, I think, 1 or 2 of them. And it's actually this one I still got, and I love that one. It's in my living room currently until somebody wants it. And then after that, I've always taken that approach. I just enjoyed so much working in a series, being able to jump from one painting to the other. And when you're stuck with one, you can move on to the next. And also, obviously, you can leave it to dry in the meantime. And you have, and all the different panels feed off of each other. And it just gives everything kind of a cohesion. But if you look at these here, this was at an art fair with 6 of the paintings. It just makes them look cohesive, but also I always try and keep them, each one quite different. So I don't want them to all look the same. And I really enjoyed that. So I've been doing that since. I've really been working with series and kind of one idea in mind. This was the series I did after. So there's a few here, like this one or this one. Well, you can see those here. Yeah, it just slowly evolved my work a little bit, but my process is still very similar to what I learned in CVP. Even though I've evolved it kind of into my own thing, but so many things that I still use today I did learn, or that did kind of click into place as I was doing CVP. Like I said, I already had the design basics, but they then all kind of made sense, and I could actually use them to when I needed to. You've seen what kind of work I do now. If you haven't, I'll link my website down below so you can have a look. I feel like it's gotten more freer over the years, and also one thing you learn in CVP a lot, or CVP is quite focused on, at least when I did it, a lot of contrast, because it helps you to see things more clearly. But I've then wanted to challenge myself and use less and less value contrast in my paintings and still make them work. So that's kind of the fun thing I've been working on. Oh, I really love this. I don't remember what this was. Oh, I like that. I'm going to screenshot that. Yeah, this was from another series, a later series. And then my latest series, well, this kind of thing, more free and a bit wilder and less, a lot less contrast. Like in this one, you don't have that much value contrast, but it still works because of the principle I learned in CVP. So CVP is, I think a lot of beginners take CVP, and it is definitely suitable for beginners, but it is very intense if you're not already painting. I think it's probably too much if you're just starting to paint, but if you've been painting for a little bit and you want some more guidance, or feel like you're a little bit stuck, then I think CVP is excellent. It is very expensive, but I found that it was so worth the money just from all the benefits that I've gained. And even years later, I still appreciate it so much. And actually, lots of alumni that have taken CVP before retake it again. I always thought, why would you do that? You don't really need it once you've learned it once. And for years, I didn't want to take it again. But now, 5 years later, I think I'm at a point where I think it'd be really interesting to go through all the lessons again. And I think it changes every year a little bit. I mean, the core things are going to be the same, but it does evolve a little bit over time every year. So I don't know how exactly it's going to be this year. I would love to just go through things again. You know, when you go through things this second time, you hear different things, or you notice different bits of information, whereas first time you were focused on some things, and next time when you already know those things, you kind of find out other little bits. And also, it's just the momentum of the community, of everybody, so many people doing it at the same time, that it really sucks you in and you want to paint. At least that's what I found at the time. So I really want to do it again this year. I think I've been in a little bit of a slump. The last paintings I finished end of last year, I think it was November. And since then, I've really not been wanting to really been wanting to paint. That does happen. I feel like I go through phases of where I want to kind of hibernate and do other things and not paint, and then kind of fills my creative energy, my creative cup, and then at some point I'm like, yes, I'm ready now. I want to go again. And I think CVP, thinking about CVP has really motivated me that I want to paint again now, and think that will be a really good environment to do it in. So I'm really excited to do it again. If you want to, if you're thinking about joining, I'll put a link in the description below. It's an affiliate link, so if you do happen to sign up in the end, then I do get a little commission, and it's no extra cost to you. But obviously, it's a big commitment, so do think about it. There has been a free course as well that's been going on. I think you can still sign up for it. I will leave a link below in the description as well, and that's completely free. That just kind of teaches you the overall concepts of what you'd be going through in CVP, so you can kind of have a little glimpse into it before you fully commit. So I hope this was helpful. I've actually made another video, I think 2 years ago, of my experience with CVP. If you're interested, I'll leave that link below, and maybe I'll see you in CVP.